Hey girl, this is Tammy, and I pray that you are having a great day today. I pray that this day finds you not burnt out. Not burnt out, but enjoying the peace of God that surpasses all of our understanding. And today, guess what we're talking about? Avoiding burnout by establishing order, because so many of us experience it. It's not uncommon to deal with burnout in our lives, and burnout shows up in different ways. Sometimes we get to the point where we're complaining, we're irritable, we're just not happy, we're depleted, we're unmotivated, because we have reached a point where we're just burnt out. We have no more flame left and we're just gone. Well, guess what? That is not supposed to happen. And let me tell you why. Because sometimes when we are burnt out, it will cause us to abandon our dreams. It will cause us to abandon our positions or that thing that God has called us to do. We can be in the perfect will of God for our lives, deal with that type of burnout, and then guess what? We want to go. Now, there's someone in the Bible I want to talk about during this time who, had he not had intervention, would have experienced extreme burnout, and that person is Moses. And a lot of us know Moses because he's the one that God spoke through the burning bush. People know Moses as the one who parted the Red Sea. He led the children of Israel out of bondage. So he was a leader. He was a strong leader. And guess what? He would sit morning to night and he would listen to the disputes. Well, guess who was around at the time he was doing that one time, visiting him, celebrating all that God has accomplished with deliverance and him leading these people into this place. And his father-in-law asked him a question. He says, what are you doing? And this is what Moses replied, explaining to his father-in-law that when the people have an issue, they come to me and I resolve it. And his father-in-law replies to him, what you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. And how many of us try to do that? We try to handle it alone. We try to say, I can do this. I don't need the help. And sometimes we are graced to do a lot, but we get to that point where it becomes too heavy. And then that's when we come to burnout. This was his advice to him. But select capable men from all the people, men who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, 50s, and 10s. So what was Moses' father doing? He gave him a list of job qualifications. These are the qualifications. Find men that are capable to rule over thousands, find capable of ruling over hundreds, 50s, and 10s. And that's kind of like how our government is set up. You have the president that presides over the United States. Then you have governors over states, and then you have mayors over cities. There's systems that in place in order so one person does not experience burnout. Avoid burnout by simply, one, we know, ask for help and delegate. Now, you know what? We get angry. You know, we say, well, you see me doing all of this work and you're not asking me, you're not even offering any help. But sometimes people are in their own zone, and some people assume that, hey, you got it all together. You don't need help. So we can't get angry because we don't open up our mouth, look, part our lips like Moses parted that Red Sea and say, look, I need help. Can you help me with this? We have to be willing to ask for help in order to avoid burnout. Number two, we need to learn how to actually delegate and ask for help. Like I said, goes for the same thing, but be open for counsel when it comes even unannounced. Be open for counsel even when it comes unannounced. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, didn't say, Moses, can I give you some advice? He noticed what was going on and he stepped in. And we have to have the boldness and the courage at times to be able to step into someone's life and say, look, I see you struggling. The way that you're going, let me offer a suggestion. Now, when they do, we can't be prideful and say, okay, who do they think they are by trying to counsel me? Be open to counsel, because it could be the counsel that will help you avoid burnout. The next thing we need to do is regularly reset and refocus. This is what a lot of us are referring to lately as self-care, taking care of yourself. And if you remember, as I was reading about Moses' father-in-law, he told him, he said, look, this thing that you're doing, sitting here with these people mourning tonight, this is not just not good for you. This is not good for them either. And when we reach burnout, guess what? We're not the only ones that are impacted by that. Those that are around us can also be impacted, because if you recall, I was saying we want to avoid burnout because sometimes burnout will cause us to abandon our positions, our purpose in life. Burnout just does not benefit us. So regularly reset to refocus. Lastly, we want to be able to establish a system. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, helped him to establish a system. And we need to learn about systems in order in our lives. If you're burnt out in the home, guess what you can do? And you have kids and they're able, choose your days. And I'm reestablishing this back in my own home. I actually laid out days that I was going to cook. I'm Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Those are my cooking days. Those are the days. Any other days, if I want to do it, I have time to do it, I will. But so that the expectation is not there, look, you can make this happen. You make a meal, or you can say on certain days, ask someone, hey, on Tuesdays, your husbands, your kids, on Tuesdays, I need you to do the dishes. On Wednesdays, I need this person to do the laundry. So we don't have to do everything so that we experience burnout. You can get with people for certain days, like, okay, get 3 people, and then every Tuesday rotate that third person to be able to do whatever it is, pick up the kids. But in order to avoid burnout, we want to learn to establish a system and a system of order and not be afraid to help. So again, how do we avoid burnout? 1, ask for help or delegate. 2, be open for counsel when it comes. And 3, learn how to establish systems. All right, that concludes our discussion today on avoiding burnout by establishing orders. I pray that that truly helped some of you today. I pray that you are ignited to be able to look into your life and find out, what is it that I need to do? What can I organize in my life to eliminate this burnout? If you're feeling depleted and you're feeling burnt out, take a look. Somewhere you have overextended yourself, and there are some areas where you can ask for help. Also, I want to mention to you our 5th annual Sisterhood Call to Unity Conference. I'm so happy. Yes, come on out. Early responder tickets. Yes, those that respond early will go ahead and get that savings. It ends this Sunday. So go ahead and come and join us. I'm really excited about this conference because I am really committed to getting back to basics and getting life simple. And we're going to do that. I believe our speakers are anointed and appointed to give us what we need. And I'm looking forward to giving you more detail about them as the time approaches. But come on out. Let's celebrate together. Let's lift up the name of Jesus. Let's praise his name. And then let's learn and grow in our businesses, in our homes, and in our life, and in our purpose. It is our time, ladies. It truly is. It truly is. I pray that you have the best day ever. I pray that you are not burnt out. I pray that you will recognize those areas that you need. I love you. Until next time, I'll be praying yours, and I hope you're praying mine.